Pyro, I know you're watching this, you coward. You need to box me. Stop hiding.
I'm sure many of you have heard the Creator Clash. The original was hosted on May
True.
14th back in 2022. May 14th being my birthday, I do want to say it
I
was
hope you
really
had a
nice of
bad
them to
birthday.
organise an entire event just for my birthday. But in reality, the Creator Clash was actually a charity boxing event with YouTubers and streamers from pretty much all corners of the
They all
platform.
fell
Now, the
off.
main event was meant to be between iDubbbz, the content cop himself, and Dr. Mike, who's this huge YouTuber, I think over 10 million subscribers, very big on TikTok as well, and he's an
fell off.
actual doctor. And there were loads of undercard events. For example, Harley from Epic Mealtime. You know Epic Mealtime, the channel that was huge in like 2015, and they would just put bacon and
True.
greasy food on top of absolutely everything.
We about to get drunk off pancakes.
Another example I can think of is Aaron Hansen from Game Grumps, who is a veteran animator, and he's one of the few people to actually survive the apocalypse on YouTube several years ago when animators
fell
all
off?
across the platform were being absolutely screwed over. Basically, this was a lineup of a lot of different e-celebs from all corners of the internet. And the funny thing is, the only reason this happened is because back in 2018, when iDubbbz made his content cop on Rice Gum, he actually called him out to a boxing event. Rice Gum was like, yeah, I'm down, bro. And then he probably threw some dollar bills on the homeless, and he totally forgot about it. So Rice Gum pulled out, and because of him pulling out, we now have the Creator Clash. One thing about the Creator Clash that is actually really cool is the fact that the majority of people, pretty much all of them that go on their boxing, they are not boxers. They've basically
True.
never boxed in their entire life. Now, not to say they haven't done rigorous training, because all of them have. And another cool thing as well is nearly $1 million total in the original Creator Clash was donated to various charities of, you know, whoever was competing they chose. I think there was like the American Heart Association, an Alzheimer's Association, and then Healing Horse Therapy.
I
Now,
hate
Creator Clash Part
charity.
2 is just around the corner, but unfortunately, unlike the first event, there is some pretty heavy drama surrounding it.
Oh, I love drama. Juicy, juicy drama.
Now, this huge world-ending drama started between Fitz and I Did a Thing. If you don't know Fitz, he's a CSGO, like, funny moments YouTuber.
Who picked Office? Fuck you.
Who picked? Yeah, fuck you, JC. You picked Office.
I like Office.
Shut up, Elena.
He's been around for ages. He's actually kind of taken a bit of a hiatus from his YouTube channel at the minute, and this
fell
boxing
off.
was part of the reason for that, and he wanted it to be, you know, a huge return. I've met Fitz multiple times in person. I know, guys, I'm just that famous. I did a podcast episode with him as well, where we were tucked into bed like little wriggly worms.
Would you still love me if I was a worm?
I would.
You would?
I always love you.
If I was a wriggly little worm?
I love worms.
Slithering around?
Use them as bait to get fish. I love worms.
Fitz is one of the nicest people you will ever meet.
True.
Nothing but good vibes. And he was up against I Did a Thing, who's another creator that does these more kind of contraption and invention type videos. Some of the inventions maybe shouldn't have been invented in the first place. Like one of them where he replaced the blades of a ceiling fan with actual machete blades. Now, unfortunately, I Did a Thing had to pull out the event because he got concussion from a sparring session. And because there was no equal opponent to Fitz at the time, because both of them are, they're fucking giants. They're like 9'12" or something. They both had to pull out. Now, obviously, with this situation, it's nobody's fault. He got a concussion from sparring. Not really anything you can do about that. It sucks. It would have been great to see them in the ring, but, you know, I mean, he probably took the mature decision there, because if he got one blow to the head from Fitz, his head probably would have came clean off. That is not the big, juicy drama. The big, juicy, tasty drama comes from a creator
Then
that
why
was
even
attending the
speak
event
about
called
that?
Froggy Fresh. Now, if you don't know who Froggy Fresh is, he's an OG YouTuber. He's been around for like 10 years or so. I actually went through my old catalog because that name like jogged my memory a little bit. I made a video on this guy 7 years ago, back when I was doing, you know, Dying Light gameplay and putting on the weird fake deep voice for some reason.
So as you can see, these kids will probably take your life, you know, they look hardcore.
Now, Froggy Fresh was meant to be
True.
up against Chris Raygun, another YouTuber, and Chris Raygun, he seemed really excited to even being able to participate, because last year he was just an attendee, but now he's going to be in the ring.
That's right, your boy's fighting in Creator Clash, and guess who I'm fighting? Fucking Froggy Fresh. Do you remember this?
Cause I am the baddest of them all. If you ain't about money, then I don't
Banger.
mess with y'all.
Now, this juicy, spicy habanero Tabasco sauce drama happened when Froggy Fresh uploaded a video accusing of Chris Raygun of taking Adderall, and then he said at the end of the video that if he loses to Chris Raygun, he'll be so embarrassed that he's going to join Anissa's OnlyFans.
On April 15th, if I don't hurt you beyond what anybody could have imagined, I will be so disappointed in myself that I will subscribe to Anissa's OnlyFans.
Now, Anissa, if you don't know, is iDubbbz's wife, and she's basically co-organizing the event with iDubbbz. And also, apart from that, there were some images posted of Froggy Fresh training with Sam Hyde. Sam Hyde's a little bit controversial, but it's pretty much all but confirmed that iDubbbz and Anissa, they have a huge problem with Sam Hyde. And that was pretty much the straw that broke the camel's back, because the official Creator Clash Twitter account came out and said that they're banning Froggy Fresh and they're going to try and find a replacement for Chris Raygun. The thing is, this explanation came out of absolutely nowhere, and the worst thing is, the tweet itself doesn't really explain the reasoning or why he got banned, but then also the comments on the tweet are disabled, which is just, it's never a good look. And loads of other creators came out to basically say, this kind of sucks. Even Critical, you know, the guy that copies all of my videos, he came out as well just to say that it's really disappointing that he's being banned over like a bad taste Twitter joke. Keep in mind as well, Critical, he is going to be an announcer at the Creator Clash event. He is attending. And then eventually the Creator Clash Twitter account came out with a more lengthy statement, you know, more than just Froggy Fresh is banned, lol. The thing is, as long as this statement seems to be, it still doesn't explain any specifics as to why he was banned. They basically just go on to say there was a code of conduct, and that code of conduct Froggy Fresh broke, and also he might be a danger to like
on my
fighters
phone.
or fans. And also they tried to reach out to Froggy Fresh to kind of correct this path he'd taken, like he's joining, you know, the dark side of the Sith, but he wouldn't budge. But they do finish up the statement by saying they are still going to give money to Froggy Fresh's chosen charities. For example, the Kids Cancer Foundation and the Nicholas Children's Hospital, both equaling to 100k. The funny thing is though, if you go on this tweet, the top reply is actually Froggy Fresh himself saying, "Who tried to reach out to me several times, and what are the several violations?" Now, there have been many game theories floating around as to why he was banned. The problem is with the statement itself, it doesn't give specifics or examples, so this leads the internet to kind of theorize, and they usually conclude with the worst thing possible. So the biggest game theory at the minute is he snided iDubbbz's wife, Anissa, saying that he's going to join her OnlyFans. If you didn't know, basically iDubbbz got dragged into a huge amount of drama just because his wife had an OnlyFans. And also in the previous Creator Clash, Sam Hyde and some of his friends tried to buy like front row seats to the event, but they were actually refunded and banned from attending the event. So there definitely is some tension there. Because if you remember a while ago, iDubbbz made a video on Sam Hyde, and then Sam Hyde like fired back with his own video. So yeah, it's kind of just Hell's Kitchen between those two. But another reason that's came out, and this one's quite bizarre for Froggy Fresh being banned, is actually he started beefing with Anissa's mom. Not Anissa, but her actual mother. And some of these tweets Froggy Fresh actually addressed in a video. Basically, Froggy Fresh and Anissa's mom were having like a beef on Twitter back and forth, and that could have also contributed to him being pulled from the event.
First off, when I did hit my head on them monkey bars, yeah, I did get hurt a little bit. But when I got the scan done, they said I was still smart. As far as with that second thing that you said about my privates, you have got to clean up your language. That is not good to be talking like that.
And obviously, because it's the internet and any kind of dirty laundry you air, everyone gets involved. Gideon actually came out and said that he will donate 100,000 to the Creator Clash charities if Froggy Fresh gets added back onto the team. Gideon, if you don't know, is the guy who's trying to force the what the heck meme at the minute. I see that shit everywhere, man. Get out my replies.
What the heck?
But now to make things even more confusing, Froggy Fresh has came out and said that if he talks about what happened, Creator Clash have threatened legal action against him, and they're also demanding the $15,000 back that they loaned him, for example, you know, for travel, equipment, training. Keep in mind though, this is just a quote tweet he put out there. There is absolutely no evidence of this whatsoever. But again, it's just more dirty laundry being aired. And then to add on top of that, Mutahart, some ordinary gamers, another great YouTuber, he came out saying that he's willing to pay Froggy Fresh's legal fees just in case Creator Clash does actually go down the route of trying to sue him, basically citing himself that he doesn't like to see smaller creators get fucked over, because I mean, it's pretty true. You know, if you have like two big YouTubers that get into a legal battle, they'll probably be able to pay for it. But if it's a smaller YouTuber, it doesn't matter whether you're innocent or not, the legal costs will usually bury you for years at least. But yeah, overall, a very weird situation. I didn't think there'd be this much drama surrounding the Creator Clash event. Honestly, I think the biggest problem at the minute is that when they banned Froggy Fresh, they were not transparent. You know, if they basically just came out and said, we don't like the fact that he was sniding Anissa, I'm pretty sure all the haters would have just been like, ha, coward, and then people would have just moved on. But the problem is, by not being clear about it, it's just going to lead to endless speculating, which, if anything, is going to fuel the fire of the people who have a real hate boner towards Anissa and iDubbbz. So yeah, that's pretty much it. The 9 o'clock news for drama. I will
I'm the better reaction YouTuber.
Next year.
You copy me.
Fighting every single person at the ring at the same time.
Don't hide. Destiny will arrive.
What the heck?